Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, May 13th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. If you are a girl and spent the evening yesterday at Homestead Gardens Girls' Night Out, I hope you had a blast. I heard it was a good time. Be careful. It's Friday the 13th. If you're superstitious, watch your back. And personal note to my mother, who would have turned 99 today, happy birthday, Mom. All right, it is Friday, so let's bring on the weekend, shall we? A horrible accident on Route 10, just south of the Beltway, left a Glen Burnie woman dead. She was on the shoulder of the road in her car with a flat tire. A passing motorist stopped to assist her, and as she was outside of her car, another car plowed into her and her car. The driver of that car was witnessed driving erratically and failed field sobriety tests, and ultimately was tested by a certified drug recognition expert and found to be under the influence of a controlled substance. He was charged with negligent manslaughter, homicide by vehicle while impaired, and several other charges. Now, the Good Samaritan who stopped to help the woman suffered minor injuries and declined treatment at the scene. The Annapolis police are cracking down on liquor law scofflaws, it seems. We told you about a sting last week, and now they just did two more. Over 2 days, they checked 22 establishments in the city, and 5 of them were not in compliance when they served alcohol to a minor. Pussers, the Boatyard Bar and Grill, Galway Bay, Iron Rooster, and Middleton Tavern all served the minor and received a citation and will need to go before the liquor board to get that resolved. Hey, here's some food scoop for you. Remember the Wild Orchid? Well, the owners, Karen and Jim Wilder, are at it again, and I don't have a date yet, or actually even a name. It may be called the Wild Orchid. I don't know. But they will be opening up a new restaurant on Harry Truman Parkway in the Heritage Harbor community. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know they had a restaurant back there, but it is primarily for the residents of Heritage Harbor, but also open to the public. It's on the left, just before you get to the dead end at Harry Truman Parkway, and it's tucked in there behind the tennis courts. It really is a true hidden gem. And I'll tell you, I can't wait. I've missed them. And sadly, we also learned that the Annapolis Seafood Market at Tyler and Forest Drive is going to be closing permanently on Sunday. And I'm not sure how long they've been there, but certainly as long as I can remember, and I moved here back in 1996. Here's a story that crashed our servers yesterday. Well, they didn't really crash them, but boy, they strained the hell out of them. The city of Annapolis is hosting a shindig on Tuesday to announce all sorts of mobility things. Among them are Annapolis Go, which is an app that you can put on your phone and summon a golf cart, a la Uber, that will pick you up and take you wherever you want to go in the city. Now, we don't know the cost of the ride just yet, but the mayor, I'm sure, will tell us on Tuesday. Additionally, the city will be announcing a partnership with Bird to have e-scooters and e-bikes in the city. You likely have seen these scooters in larger cities. You locate one via an app, you go pick it up, and you go, and you just leave it wherever you decide to stop. And at the end of the day, there are contractors that will collect them and bring them home and recharge them overnight and then redeposit them across the city the following day. They're also going to be highlighting the new purple free garage shuttle, and finally a thing called the 10-minute tram, which is a golf cart type vehicle that will circulate from Calvert Street to the State House, Maryland Avenue, City Dock, Main Street, and Inner West Street. We'll be there to hear all about it, but you can come too. The public is invited. It does get underway at noon on Tuesday the 17th at the Eastport Shopping Center. It will ultimately move down to City Dock. And then because it's an election year, you can expect all the politicians to be out there as well. Somehow, I envision drunk lax bros racing scooters into Ego Alley on Saturday nights. And as we begin to wrap up, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but sometime between now and May 23rd, head on over to the Annapolis Mall. The mall is hosting an art exhibit in the corridor between Macy's and the Pottery Barn, and they're going to be showcasing the art of more than 4,000 Anne Arundel County Public School students. And I have to tell you, there is some major talent in our schools. So you want to go check that out? It is viewable anytime the mall is open. A bunch of events for the weekend. Starting today at City Dock in Annapolis, the Uprigging Maritime Festival. You can do some deck tours of the 5 tall ships that are in port. Maybe you can go out for a sail on one of them. Some of them are doing sales. Live music, games, education, whole lot of fun. Runs all weekend, this afternoon through Sunday evening. Tomorrow is the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County's Paint the Town fundraiser at the West End, and that looks to be a fantastic event, and I am really ticked off that I can't attend, but I will be attending a college graduation down in St. Mary's. But I do hear that there are still a few tickets that are gettable. You want to go to acaac.org. That's Arts Council Anne Arundel County. Also tomorrow at the Bush Library on West Street from 10 to 2. This is the Human Library. You want to check out a human for 20 minutes and learn a little something about somebody else. And finally, Freaky Friday does close out this weekend at Colonial Players. And that's it for the news, but here's some podcast news for you. Up tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, Bean Rush Cafe, and next weekend, Sailor Pet Sitting. And finally, as always, thank you for listening. And if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know to give us a follow. It helps so much. A quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief, the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long End Foster Company. It's Friday, so I'm going to take this time just to say have a great weekend. Be nice to others. Do something fun. Keep shopping local. Other than that, we're going to see you on Monday. Now hang tight. George Young from DC Mdva Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All that in just a bit.
Join the party at the Westin Annapolis on May 14th for the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County's premier fundraising event, Paint the Town. We'll celebrate 29 years of providing leadership and advocacy for our local arts community. You'll enjoy cocktails, dinner, and live entertainment with special guests Cell Spitfire, Christy Allen, Jonathan Stone, Mike Noonan, and the Annapolis Symphony Academy String Quartet, and more. Get your tickets now at www.acaac.org. That's www.acaac.org. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC Mdva Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC Mdva Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC Mdva Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, May 13th. Yes, it's Friday the 13th, the only one on the calendar for 2022, and the bad luck side of the equation weather-wise is more rain is in the forecast today through at least Sunday. But the good news is temps will be back up to average levels for this time of year, give or take a few degrees either way. So that means widespread 70s are expected each day today through all of next week, though we will have to deal with frequent rain chances over the next 10 days, including some scattered showers today, followed by a greater chance of some showers and maybe a few thunderstorms as well tomorrow and Sunday. But it should be dry enough out this weekend across the mid-Atlantic region to get out and about, to have some outdoor fun as temps get into the mid or upper 70s for most. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DC Mdva Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And as always, be sure to download our DC Mdva Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Let's make 2022 the year that you freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.